All right, we're gonna make this amazing bhindi chaat or okra chaat. And we're gonna start with tofu because I always like to add a little bit of protein if I'm gonna eat it as a main meal. So we're gonna chop this tofu up and marinate it first. First things first. So let's just make it into small, bite-sized pieces. It's flying away. And I'm going to marinate it first with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. That just adds a little bit of nice crispness, moisture, mouth feel. It lets the marinade take a little nicely, and then we're gonna add chutney. So this is mint and cilantro chutney. I'm just adding in a good, maybe 1/3 cup, and you're gonna mix this around. We'll add a little bit of salt. Marinades always need a little bit of extra saltiness to really soak in. Oh, this is lovely. Smells beautiful. The mint, the cilantro, the green peppers. And of course, I always add a little bit of avocado in my chutney. So that's a thing. And about 2 teaspoons salt. Yes, it will soak in and be delicious. All right, so now we're gonna get, this is the salty, fatty part of the chaat. This we will let sit for about an hour if you have that much time. You can cook it earlier if you need to, but give it an hour if you can. Okay, now we are gonna do the okra. So let's just first chop off the heads. This is washed and dried. You do want to dry it before you cut it, otherwise it gets all that slimy stuff. So you want to make sure that after you wash it, you dry it well before cutting. It's fresh okra from my garden. I've been trying to figure out fun things to do with the amount of okra I've been getting. We love okra in this house, one of our favorite veggies. So that's why you see a little more okra recipes happening on my channel, because what are all the different ways you can cook this and make it amazing. So I stuffed it, I fried it. Today we're doing the chaat. Okay. Into the compost pile. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut these into smaller bits, kind of tiny bite-sized pieces. Kind of like popcorn. And we're actually gonna fry this up or air fry it, your choice. Really nice and crispy. All right, let's make the coating for this. Okay, to assemble the batter for the okra, you're gonna take 4, that's about 1 cup of okra. So this is about 4 heaping teaspoons. So maybe I wanna say about a 1/2 cup of chickpea flour, about 1 heaping teaspoon of cornstarch. You can also use arrowroot powder or rice flour. You're gonna use about maybe 1/2 teaspoon of roasted cumin powder and 1/2 teaspoon of black salt. We'll use a little bit of water to blend it together and batter our okra. I'm not gonna put this batter on, mix it with the okra until I'm ready to fry, because the salt will release the water and that just makes a mess. So nice batter here. I could have probably used a bigger bowl, but oh well. Sometimes you pick the wrong tool and you pay for it. No problem. Then we're gonna fry or air fry the okra with the batter. You're gonna bake or air fry the tofu. And we're going to make the flatbread, the buttered flatbread. It's layered with vegan butter and a little bit of olive oil, and then fried. You get this flaky, crispy, absolutely delicious flatbread that will be the base of the chaat or assembly. And then with a little bit of the crispy chutney tofu, the tomatoes and onions, and then the okra on top with all of the chutneys and the yogurt. All right, we're gonna put this aside. All right, so chaat has several components, and we're gonna use a little bit of yogurt. We're gonna add in a little bit of red pepper if you are inclined to add it. And then this is roasted cumin powder. So that's kind of key to this flavor. And then about 1 teaspoon of black salt. You're gonna mix this up. I'm gonna add a little bit of water so it's easier to pour. When you want to drizzle this over when we assemble the chaat. So chaat is, I guess the closest thing to be would be kind of like a nachos, but there's many different kinds with many different components. So in this one, it's going to have a chutney tofu at the base over a crispy paratha, and then crispy bhindi on top, and some chutneys and diced onions and tomatoes. It's a lot of components. Like I said, equate it to nachos maybe, but it comes out so good. All right, we're gonna put this aside. All right, as I said, there's several components to this. So we'll chop up 1 jalapeno, serrano, green chili, whatever you like. It does not have to be hot. This just adds a lovely flavor. You want to chop it up fine. You can take out the seeds if you don't like any heat at all. Not a problem. We're gonna chop up 1 onion. I like red onion for the color. You are welcome to use a white onion or a sweet onion. Dice it up small. And then, of course, the tomato. it up small. And we will add a little bit of lime in this. Don't add any salt. If you add salt in this, it will release all sorts of moisture and that will just make a mess. So we're gonna put in the lime and stir this up. We have the dough ready for this. I had it in the refrigerator from yesterday's meal. So it's just whole wheat and water. So you want to have that prepared for the parathas. All right, we've got all our components together now, and we're gonna start assembling. Okay, we have all our components here. We have the yogurt sauce, the onion and tomato mixture with peppers. This I did not make. It is tamarind chutney. You can buy it at any Indian store. The dough for the parathas that we're gonna make, the marinated tofu and chutney, and we have the batter for the okra. We also have our oil ready to go for frying and the frying pan. Okay, we're gonna put this in, well, half of it in the air fryer, and we're gonna start to fry up the okra with the batter. So I'm heating up the oil for the batter. I'm gonna put this into the air fryer for about 10 minutes on 375. All right, let's go. Okay, this is I'm gonna batter up the okra. I'm heating up the oil and we are going to fry that. So you want everything coated. Perfect. This is beautiful. You can smell the black salt, which is kind of a trademark smell, fragrance, I should say. It's kind of sulfury, and that's what chaat, or if you want it in relatable terms, Indian nachos taste like. It's a whole bunch of components that come together to just make this incredible feast for the tongue. All right, I think this is looking pretty good. Let's test one out or a couple. Just see. You don't want them to move around a lot. Just let it happen. All right, perfect. Nice and crispy. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do the rest of these. Nice. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little. Turn the exhaust on. Beautiful. Perfect. We're going to take it out. And throw in batch number 2. Right. This is crave-worthy food. So you're gonna take about a golf ball size, actually, yeah, a golf ball size of dough. Go ahead and coat it in flour. We're gonna roll it out as thin as you are comfortable getting it. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some olive oil. So don't be shy here. This is an indulgent dish. Sprinkle it with some white all-purpose flour. We're creating kind of a pastry effect here. And then you're gonna roll it up. You are going to twist it up. And then you're going to roll it into a nice spiral, tuck one in under, and press it down. This is going to be your paratha, the base, the nacho chips for your nacho. You don't want to make it too thin, otherwise you don't get the effect of the layers. Let's put that aside and do number 2. So we'll just repeat this process, golf ball size. Gonna go ahead and roll it in white flour, all-purpose. The dough itself is whole wheat. When you make the flatbread, you want to use white flour to create the layers. That's what creates the separate layers. Go ahead and spray it down or pour it, whatever works. Plenty of olive oil. Sprinkle in the white flour and roll it. Again, we are creating kind of a pastry effect here. You're gonna spiral it up. Tuck one end under and flatten. Again, you don't want to roll it too thin. That will prevent the layers from showing up when you cook the flatbread. Excellent. All right, now we are going to put the flatbreads on the griddle so they can cook. Go ahead and bring it up slightly higher than the medium. You don't want it too high because that will make the bread, it'll cook the outside but won't cook the inside. So you want to be careful about that. All right, here we go. It's nice and warm. We're gonna throw on our flatbread. Let it cook. Put a little bit of oil on the outer edges. Let's go ahead and flip it. You can see that edges are browning beautifully. Add a little bit of oil. That's olive oil. You can see the browning happening. You don't want it to go too fast, otherwise the outside burns, the inside is raw. You want to make sure the inside cooks well. All right, beautiful. You can see the color happening. It's looking gorgeous. lovely. We're gonna take this. We're gonna put the next one on. Add the oil. All right, we're gonna go ahead and crush this a little bit. So that's like your nacho chips maybe. Add the marinated chutney tofu. Add the yogurt sauce we made earlier. You're gonna add the chutney, tamarind chutney. You're gonna go ahead and add the crispy okra. And then we're gonna add our onion topping. So this is our bhindi chaat. It is delicious.